Been doing all the multimedia presentations you've been seeing. So Arts Drive, thank you so much. You guys are in for a real.
It dies?
Yes. Roddy, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your spirit here on the stage. It was incredible. So thank you. We heard great things and we're so glad you made the trip back to San Antonio. So thank you so much. So you guys are in for a special treat. Mr. Composition, I've actually seen him perform at Brick at Blue Star. He's done a few nights there. He's got a multimedia thing going on. It's really cool. So he's a writer, musician, and documentarian. In 2014, he made a buzz with his album Graffiti of the Mind, on which he worked with London animator Maxim Northover to deliver a stunning music video to his song Pandora's Jukebox. He's open for acts like Dead Prez, Blue, and Master Killa of Wu-Tang and more. Wu-Tang Day was yesterday, so we're here to represent a little bit more of that. And Mr. Composition will present a poetic and musical performance celebrating San Antonio's past and hopes for the future right here tonight on the stage. Please put your hands together and give a warm welcome for Mr. Composition. Thank you.
That's no audio, right? Just I forgot his name.
Alright, so my name is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction.
Speak up.
Yes. So I'm going to be doing a combination of astrology and zodiac signs. How many of y'all are into astrology and zodiac signs? Oh yeah, Capricorn. Listen, me too. Capricorn, sun sign, son. So what I end up doing is I'm a firm believer that, you know, what happens as far as the influence of the zodiac signs has a connection as far as what's going on here on Earth. And so what I'm going to do is go through a timeline of history as far as the zodiac signs for 300 plus years here in San Antonio. Now, these amazing poets that is going to deliver a specific fact that happened here in San Antonio, and I'll do some music for you. So does that sound good? Okay. And so, yes, so to get this started, the way that the ages work is so the ages are broken down into 2,160 year cycles, broken down into 12 sections of 180. So in 1453, we went out of the age of Pisces, which has to do with boats, things like that, and moved into the age of Aquarius. And so where we're going to start this is in 1718, May 1st. And so we're in the age of Aquarius, and we're in the 180-year cycle of Sagittarius. So Aquarius has to do with the water-bearer knowledge, information. It has to do with flight, travel, things like that. With Sagittarius, it has to deal with as far as foreign affairs, travel, broadcast over long distances. And on May 1st, that is a sign of Taurus, so that has to do with stability, grounded energy, things like that. So Kenyo, here in San Antonio, what happened on that day?
On May 1st, Spanish Franciscan friar Antonio Olivares founded the mission of San Antonio de Valera, now commonly known as the Alamo. 4 days later, the Presidio San Antonio de Besar is established at the headwaters of the San Antonio River and San Antonio Pedro Creek. Throughout the remainder of the 18th century, Spain establishes and constructs Catholic missions in Texas, a total of 5 in San Antonio. Did I say all those words correctly? Tehad. Behad. That guy told me differently, so thank you for that. I'm just joking. I'm on the way back to the past where I'd sit at my chipped wooden desk shuffling blank papers so I could feel busy. I always knew I'd be a businessman. I've been starting businesses since then, ever since it hurt my heart that I couldn't convince them of what was coming. Now it's time to go all the way back to Berkeley, California, where I was born. Shout out to my Nigerian parents for getting me to America, but I'm going back to Nigeria to figure out how many generations of Latin it takes to fulfill the prophecy. I'm going back to the Garden of Eden to tell Eve what I couldn't find the right way to show her then, so we don't have to wait a millennia, become blind and kill Jesus to see what's always been within, what's always been written on her face, that this universe is beautiful, but only half as beautiful as she is, and we're halfway to heaven already. I'm going back to my roots, the things that make me who I am, the colors that make me colorblind, the dreams that only I dream, the fears that built armor for me, the worries that made me want to save you from worrying, the warmth that made me look for my mother, the fire that made me want to discover love, the patience that made me read, the pain that made me look for beautiful art, the insecurities that made me hungry to understand your point of view. The anger that carved my first poems out of leftover physics and philosophy, the rage that swelled till it swirled paint and made me attack canvases, the tears that made me see homeless people, the loneliness that let me know that something wasn't right, the grace that let me live past my mistakes, the mercy that let me tell every story like I was the one who won, when really I'm just the one who watched it all happen. I'm going back to my front row seat in the middle of me, back to the basics of my identity, because before I can go any further, I need to remember why I wanted to swim in the upper atmosphere, why I felt like time and space were my pillow and blankets, and what made me believe that whatever is out there for me is a one-of-a-kind thing. Castles built with clues left for me in the stars, my ancestors' name. I used to believe I was psychic, I was probably right. I used to think I could levitate, I probably still can, or at least I shouldn't stop trying. I have to remember what it was like to be 10 years old, handcrafted from possibilities and angel leather, so sure that all my flaws were just temporary, so sure that my feathers were coming soon and that God had been sending me letters that I just hadn't gotten yet. Because it feels like, even after these travels that I love, it feels like I've gone too far from home. I'm tired and can't find the right hours to sleep anymore, but I'm almost there. I had to lose myself so I could find it again, because this time it's better. This time you're here. That would be dope if that was part of it. Just like Simon I had to lose myself so I could find it again, because this time it's better. This time you're here. And we're going to go back to the beginning to start building a new place to start. So come back to me, to the place where it all started.
One more time for Kenyo. On Instagram at KenyoHQ. And so we're going to get into this song, so we'll play number 2 there. So this song is called Soul Sister. This song's for you. Oh yeah. Luminaria. So again, my name is Mr. Composition and MC that writes fiction.
She said we just friends, but we connect on a level that makes me think otherwise. Talking like the last time we look into each other's eyes. Silver surfer hearts racing through the vanilla sky. Star-crossed, but we won't budge and mess up. Is this fate, or did I need to mess up? The friend zone lately has just been my luck. So when Cupid starts shooting arrows, I duck. But this dragon met a vampire that didn't suck. She's a walking contradiction and the inspiration for this composition. Have a little patience, hold your ear to my heart and listen. We was putting our life to us to be together or be each other. Either way, I hope it's for the better. Even tell will tell the outcome. So let's keep it running like Temple Run and Soul Sister. to whom I write. Looking for forever, not looking for the night. Harvest youths left, you're looking for Mr. Right Hand. So sister, to whom I write. Looking for forever, not looking for the night. Harvest youths left, you're looking for Mr. Right Hand. Yo, I'm right here, no run for your life here. Sometimes the beauty in the dark's the brightest light here. So take a chance for romance. Hold hands, slow dance, roll the dice to see what fate lands. We won't see but with no plans. I didn't wanna instantly get it in your pants. Pressure the layer, your heart's fragile. Giving me your body's like signing a waiver with a disclaimer. Meant to know so please don't hurt her. Running in a dead end is finally over. Not saying you're the one, but I'm getting closer. Take that piece of paper, make a masterpiece to hang above my sofa. Take these aerosol cans and bomb your heart. Can't hope that the afterglow will glow in the dark. They say you can't start a fire without a spark, and I think that we're off to a good start. So sister, to whom I write. Looking for forever, not looking for the night. Harvest youths left, you're looking for Mr. Right Hand. So sister, to whom I write. Looking for forever, not looking for the night. Harvest youths left, you're looking for Mr. Right Hand. So sister, to whom I write. Looking for forever, not looking for the night. Harvest youths left, you're looking for Mr. Right Hand. This song's for you. How y'all feeling? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And so, as history goes on, we end up on April 21st, 1863. And we're in the age of Aquarius in the subsection of Scorpio. And so Scorpio has to deal with deep healing, revolution, death, and rebirth. And we're also in the section of right going into Taurus, right at the end of Aries. And Aries has to deal with aggression, independence, and things like that. And so, Lena C., what happened on this day?
Thank you. Hey everybody, how y'all? On April 21st, 1836, Sam Houston and some 800 Texians, that's Texas, Mexican combined, defeat Santa Anna's army of over 1,500 in only 18 minutes at the Battle of San Jacinto or San Jacinto, shouting, "Remember the Alamo, remember Goliad," as they attacked, and Texas wins its independence. So this poem is written from the perspective of one of the women backing up their husbands fighting. I am a white woman, and my white husband is going to kill some brown bodies tonight, while screaming, "Remember the Alamo, remember Goliad." By musket or sword or rifle or cannon, my white husband will return to me victorious. When the blood has been spilled and the smoke clears and the damage is done, he will come home and impregnate me with another white offspring to be nourished off the fruit from this stolen, blood-stained land. I am a white woman, and my white husband is fighting at San Jacinto. San Jacinto, this life-giving river that we drank from, will be spilled with the blood of natives. And what do I care? I am a white woman. I remember last night the moon called my name. She begged me to make him stay home from the battle. The rocks cried out to me to do all in my power to stop him from fighting. Yet I ignored their pleas and readied his horse anyways, for I am a white woman. And colonization behooves me. This conquest, this inquisition, this Catholic conversion, this missionary madness, my children will make a fortune from conquering this land. Can you smell the victory? The dead bodies all around? So charge onward, my love. and return to me so that we may celebrate this victory. Remember the Alamo, remember Goliad. Thank you.
One more time for Lena C. You can follow her on Instagram at Lena C Star, and that's C like the ocean. So we're gonna go ahead and get into track 4 here. And to follow that up again, Scorpio is dealing with revolution, and so this next track is called Expendables. The first green chaos scattered across the cut green, blocking light like such green. They get some force in exposures from the home team. What does it mean? They yell false flags, so it's always there to intervene. No conspiracy theory, just to have the center me to speak my mind over these dangerous melodies. These hate crimes against humanity, cause me to lose my sanity. All these risks for casualties, the move report is cowardly. The wheel starts turning, overthinking, debating. All I gotta say is so confusing. Hero for a henchman, kidnap your identity, confine your independence, set you up, and then they scream it's just for justice. Try to give you a life sentence, and wonder why they come at us with a vengeance. Who do you look to when no one else is dependable? They don't really care about us cause we're all expendable. So don't lie to me, man, it's all a part of the plan. You wanna play with our life cause you feel that you can. We're expendable, right? We're expendable, right? Just another cold body for your signature, right? So don't lie to me, man, it's all a part of the plan. You wanna play with our life cause you feel that you can. We're expendable, right? We're expendable, right? Just another cold body for your signature, right? Give me liberty, or give me death. Ring the Liberty Bell, haven't seen liberty yet. All we got was government spots and terrorist threats. Human sacrifice to pay the price of government debt. The policy of privacy isn't something you get. Throw a badge on the table just to make it legit. The control in the forefront, so I say that we forfeit. Innocent leap on the mic, spill the truth through the drum kick. They might raid the boot, pesticide with some bullshit. They know it all, but how did the dark night get past security? You know the fire on the innocent, like the movie. They didn't even pay to see the violence in 3D. Trench coat, AK, police uniform is well informed till you're in the middle of a bullet storm. Who do you look to when the bad looks like the good boy? Freedom is peace, so get it misunderstood. So don't lie to me, man, it's all a part of the plan. You wanna play with our life cause you feel that you can. We're expendable, right? We're expendable, right? Just another cold body for your signature, right? So don't lie to me, man, it's all a part of the plan. You wanna play with our life cause you feel that you can. We're expendable, right? We're expendable, right? Just another cold body for your signature, right? So don't lie to me, man, it's all a part of the plan. You wanna play with our life cause you feel that you can. We're expendable, right? We're expendable, right? Just another cold body for your signature, right? So don't lie to me, man, it's all a part of the plan. You wanna play with our life cause you feel that you can. We're expendable, right? We're expendable, right? Just another cold body for your signature, right?
Thank you very much. So we got a few more. So as time goes through, we end up being in the April 11th, 1963. So we're still in the age of Aquarius. It's at the ending of the subsection 180 years of Scorpio, and we're dealing with the season of Aries. And so the other aspect of Aries is all about forward movement, progressing forward, innovation, and different things like that. So, Amina Deshay, what happened on that day?
April 11th, 1968. To prepare for its world debut at Hemisphere Fair 68, the official 1968 World's Fair, the city erects the Tower of the Americas. Hilton Palacio del Rio Hotel is in business. Hemisphere Arena opens and the Institute of Texan Cultures is established. A wandering road of cracks. Path forward towards a distance, spare feet too slow to reach. Bird songs piercing cheeks like quick rights. Jab, jab, hook. Jab, jab, straight. Ain't no Vietnamese ever called me nigga. Spin, bob, and weave, no bells will ring. God don't intervene with matters of men. What matters to men is competition, is winning. If it means slaughter, tainting daughters, yeah, a soldier's treat. If it means Babel, storming a fortified place, sacred places, celebrating, erecting trophies to hang the still from, cadence of a heavy bag. I've been to the mountaintop. I see a restaurant, feasting champions, industrial achievement, icy crimson toast, saffron Eli, cherry lips, burgundy lifeline, see brown fists in salute, feline skin for their fangs, for their coats, charcoal silhouettes, looks like gorillas, looks like warfare, like tourists crowding assassinations of dress, rhythm, ideas, pride, a world fair, another holiday, disassociating from suffering, rejoicing in bliss, rejoicing in bliss, rejoicing in bliss, how soon we forget. My block is hot. Literally got heat in my streets. I give an example if you insist. Corner dwellers don't make lists, use bullets to add to the coroner's list. Don't step on the crack, the junkies like it whole, not in pieces. The hustlers run like cheaters cause they cheaters. If they get caught, they catch and sneak. Amnesia, snitches get captured, they make it back. That ain't the Red Sea, just 40 thieves or red tees. And 39 cool colors opposite them, blue trim. Blue rims, blue Tims, you'll have blue limbs if you don't win. Gangs got more chains than American slave ships, equipped with the intent to kill, steal, and destroy, don't call they bluff. Overtime don't pay enough, so cops get tough, they need a cut. In comes greed off the weed they seize, green turns the boys in blue. Badge is just a passport to extort and steal legally. Gun is issued, so they pop them off freely. Bullets fly like swarm of bees, I wonder how many is allergic to these. I'm talking cold-blooded killers who claim to be Christian. I'm talking closed curtains, no intermission. I'm talking Malice Green, Detroit, Michigan. I'm talking Bart, no, not the Simpsons. The quickest way to multiply is by division. My hood seems to be split like an incision. Broken black on the left side of the tracks by unanimous decision. The fork in my road has a gun shop and a liquor store on either side to be the way I'm destined to die. Destined to cry, each tear a raindrop that falls from the storm in my sky. No need for alarm if it ain't hustlers, my house gets jacked by bankers. If it ain't hustlers, my car gets jacked by bankers. Mother selling food stamps to get a fix. Daughter's legs are forced open, she's only 6. Father's not at home on the corner slinging bricks and inadvertently teaching his son the same tricks. No form of protection knowing he's sick. I know I'm not the only one who comes from a place like this. Our entire family will perish if we continue to cherish places like this. We got to raise the hell up out of places like this and change our mentals. Can't move and still harbor the hood, that's crucial. We got a generation coming up who's stuck cause we setting traps. Like sports and rap is the only way to make it. With an education we can make it, build it, and replace the places that generate hate. Politicians making the rules who need to start wearing suits, giving the boot and running like
Workout.
1 foot in the door. Politicians are not paving the way for us. Peace.
One more time for me to share. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the next track here called Chasing Skies. Y'all feeling good? Y'all still rocking with us? Thank you. I think it should be track number 6.
follow the clouds, cause down here everybody wants to follow the crowds. I'm a man of adventure that's in love with the sounds. Tell my side of the story when I'm rocking these towns, cause I refuse to be alone like in my mid-30s and go outside the city and nobody knows me. Treat a fan like a friend who walk the right family. So when I drop a CD, I know what my support be. I talk about the struggle because I'm struggling, and you can relate, cause that's where we've all been. If you can't tell I'm hungry for this, I'm starving. Rich thought you get it for free, it's a bargain. Cigarettes sparking just to ease the tension. A dead man walking in another dimension, trying to connect everything in the world through my eyes, with my head in the air, chasing skies. Tomorrow isn't promised, but if my predictions come true like Nostradamus, with God got this music, I got this. Try to read my spoken words, but I won't be silenced. My art and storytelling is equivalent to a felon. With all murder charges, that's my life behind bars. I'm chasing skies with the moon and the stars. Running red lights through life, see me passing all these cars. You can't tell me that my drive is a Vin Diesel, Fast and Furious Part 5. Turbo boost in my mind to keep the feeling alive. Screaming world peace, run a test and I believe that the face of Jackie out the game of life. Open heaven's gates, avoid the inevitables. I can't do festivals. Speak from my soul and live my days like festivals. I'll be rich without 7 figures before the decimals. Before I do that, so now we're moving on. 1991 was when we went out of the 180-year cycle of Scorpio and went into the sign of Libra. And so here we are, 2018, November 10th. And so we're in the age of Aquarius. We're in the subsection 180-year cycle of Libra, and we're in the sign, the season of Scorpios. Any Scorpios in the building? Yes, Scorpio season. So I'm gonna do this a cappella verse from my album Digging in the Midnight Garden called Temporary. As you can see throughout history, you know, we go through our ups and downs, but everything is just temporary. And I'm gonna do my last song any day now. Move at the pace of abundance, even if it doesn't show up at first on the surface. Anything worthwhile doesn't happen in an instant. So I keep digging and trust the process. No amount of darkness could put out a flame in the candle. So have a little faith in the things you can handle. I battle fits of depression, stress and barely eating. Hard to be efficient when you lack nutrition. And everybody is inspired by the things that I'm doing. But secretly I was self-talking myself into ruin. Success is a shoo-in for whatever I'm pursuing. But holding on to my past story had me going down the path of destruction. Spiraling, I had to do something. So I told myself, just breathe. I don't have to have it figured out in one day. It gets better, love, so don't worry. I know it feels like forever, but the pain is only temporary, temporary. If you're trying to move to the next level, change is always necessary, necessary. I know it feels like forever, but the pain is only temporary, temporary. If you're trying to get to the next level, change is always necessary, necessary. So again, I'm gonna do this one more song for y'all any day now. So me and Kenyo earlier in April had went to Japan, did a tour out there. It was super fun. And so one of those days we were in the famous Shibuya, Tokyo, and that's what this next video is gonna be. So y'all get an exclusive any day now